From Tesla to SpaceX, Elon Musk's very journey in China doesn't seem to have gone the way he had planned it to be. He may be Time Magazine's Person of the Year, but he definitely hasn't been the flavor of the month in China. Despite debuting big-time plans for the nation and putting out electrification models that will aid Beijing gradually shift to the E-mode of transportation, anger is still fueling against Musk for some of his recent ventures. So, what exactly has Elon Musk done to face this backlash? We will find out just that in today's exciting video. But before we begin, we request you to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to never miss another upload of ours. Having said that, let's jump right in. Tesla's brand new showroom in Xinjiang. A leader in the electric car market, Tesla has, in recent time, drawn criticism from activists following the debut of their new showroom in Urumqi, the capital of China's Xinjiang region, which also happens to be the same location where Chinese officials have conducted a crackdown on Uyghurs. Recently, the car company commenced the opening of the new showroom on the Chinese social media platform Weibo, with the subtle message, "Let's start Xinjiang's all-electric journey," as reported by news agency Associated Press and others. However, this announcement drew condemnation from Chinese Muslim activist groups. No American corporation should be doing business in a region that is the focal point of a campaign of genocide targeting a religious and ethnic minority, said Ibrahim Hooper, the National Communications Director of the Council on American Islamic Relations. Elon Musk and Tesla must close this new showroom and cease what amounts to economic support for genocide. This also came exactly at a time wherein a law was passed by U.S. President Joe Biden aimed at preventing goods developed by Uyghurs and other Muslim ethnic groups through forced labor in the Xinjiang province from making way into the United States. Senator Marco Rubio, who was at the forefront of makers of this law, took to Twitter to slam Tesla's move. Nationless corporations are helping the Chinese Communist Party cover up genocide and slave labor in the region, he tweeted. Also, back in early December, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki came forward with a U.S. diplomatic boycott of the upcoming Beijing Olympics, giving out the reason to be the ongoing genocide and crimes against humanity in Xinjiang. China's beef with SpaceX. Following the hot allegations of SpaceX's satellites threatening the safety of China's space station, there have been calls made for sanctions against Elon Musk's venture. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Zhao Linjiang commented at a routine news conference on Tuesday that China notified the United Nations on December 3 regarding two close encounters this year between SpaceX's Starlink satellites and China's very own space station. The Chinese space station, known as the Tiangong, is said to have made evasive maneuvers on July 1 and October 31 to avoid collisions with the SpaceX satellites, according to an official document Beijing submitted to the UN. The U.S. claims to be a strong advocate for the concept of responsible behavior in outer space, but it disregarded its treaty and posed a grave threat to the safety of astronauts, Zhao explained, whilst referring to the 1967 Outer Space Treaty. Beijing's complaints were widely reported in state media, giving way to public outrage against Musk and his beloved companies. Back on Tuesday, China's national broadcaster CCTV went ahead and posted a video online fully blasting SpaceX, with the hashtag, "The United States is bringing its double standards into outer space." Some Chinese commentators even went so far as to suggest that perhaps China could speed up its own satellite deployments to compete with Musk. In reference to SpaceX's main goal to put more than 40,000 satellites into orbit, Chinese celebrity stock picker Dan Bin spoke to his 12.8 million Weibo followers on Tuesday. "First come, first served. We can send 100,000 of them up first." Both Tesla and SpaceX can't break? The latest criticism, however, has come months after this public relations crisis for Tesla in China, which is an extremely crucial market for Musk's electric vehicle company, with sales in the country marking for a fifth of the car maker's global total last year. Chinese car owners have alleged braking issues with Tesla models, spurring one customer to climb on top of a vehicle wearing the T-shirt with the words "brake malfunction" at the Shanghai Auto Show in April in front of both attendees and media for the whole world to see. some Chinese military compounds in Beijing have already gone ahead and banned Tesla owners from parking their vehicles inside the gated areas where personnel reside, alleging that the car's cameras pose a serious security risk for everyone there. Musk has previously denied the devices could be used for spying. Musk's Starlink has almost 1,900 satellites in orbit currently, with plans for as many more as 12,000 to beam broadband down to Earth. Tesla and SpaceX have the same problem. They can't break, quipped one of the users on social media platform Weibo. Another Chinese user angrily called Starlink the world's biggest pile of space junk. Not just this, but European industry experts have warned that the expanding Starlink project greatly intensifies the growing problem of space debris, with more than 100,000 commercial spacecraft expected to be in orbit by 2029. Josef Aspacher, the Director General of the European Space Agency, explained to the Financial Times this month that the continent's inaction has meant the entrepreneur seems to have been making the rules himself for the space economy. Hu Xinjiang, a commentator for the Global Times, a leading nationalist Chinese tabloid, also wrote on Twitter, "Could Mr. Musk please explain why satellites launched by his Starlink program had two close encounters with China's space station? They were not there to sell Tesla to Chinese taikonauts, were they?" Other Chinese citizens were much less patient and directly called out Musk to be kicked right out of China. Tesla and SpaceX, the only companies to face such issues? Not just them, but different American companies have recently come under a lot of heat, both from Western organizations and consumers, and also from the Chinese government, to take a solid side and stance on issues, including Taiwan, Hong Kong, and the persecution of Uyghurs. Walmart had previously come under great criticism by China's anti-corruption watchdog after the retail giant went ahead and removed products made in Xinjiang from its China-based stores and from Sam's Club. The agency responded with a statement that said that the company had no justifiable reason for stopping the sales of products from an entire region, adding that the decision showed nothing but stupidity and short-sightedness. China is Walmart's second-largest overseas market. If they want to stand firmly in the Chinese market, they need to show enough sincerity and attitude, respect the facts, distinguish right from wrong, respect China's principles and the feelings of Chinese citizens, the agency wrote. If not, Chinese citizens and consumers will use their actions to respond resolutely. Before Walmart's run-in with the wrath of the Chinese, Intel had also apologized to the Chinese public for writing a public letter to its supporters asking them to not source any materials from Xinjiang. Back in March, Hennes & Mauritz AB's H&M found its presence had been completely wiped off China's main e-commerce, ride-hailing, daily deals, and map applications after the Swedish clothing brand's similar decision to stop sourcing from China's Xinjiang region. Taking him for a ride. Then, on 4th March 2022, we here, dressed in a dashing black suit and tie, Tesla Inc. Chief Executive Officer Elon Musk took China's ambassador to the US for a ride in a Model S Plaid, an experience even the Chinese passenger described as a smooth ride. The diplomat, Qin Gang, shared some photographs from the car on Twitter. He also went ahead and posted a shot from his meeting with Musk, in which they are said to have discussed everything from cars to stars in the sky and the meaning of life. A China-based Tesla representative has confirmed that the drive took place in Fremont, California. This incident goes to show that Musk has been putting effort to establish close ties with officials from China, which happens to be the world's largest electric vehicle market and home to Tesla's first overseas factory. Just about half of the company's cars sold globally last year were produced at its plant in Shanghai, designed for an annual capacity of 450,000 units. Musk has said that figure might be doubled. Palo Alto-based Tesla has greatly boomed in China, aided by preferential treatment such as tax breaks, cheap loans, and the green light to wholly own its domestic operations. But unfortunately, it hasn't been all plain sailing for Musk, the world's wealthiest person, as we previously explained. Only time will tell what route the relationship between Musk and China will take next. Let us know if you think they will bump heads first or fists. With that, we end this video. Consider subscribing to our channel in order to join in next time for more of such interesting content.